Hey guys, Wilfie here. Sorry for the loud noise. You're gonna have to live with it. I just tested I did test record this and it seemed okay. It looks like the mic isn't in the line of fire from the air vent anymore, so right. Anyway, today's the day, man. I get to go I don't do it, I get to go watch the Night of Destruction. Demolition Derby and other silly vehicular debauchery. We're at the Orlando Speedworld tonight. It's going to be a blast. I got 2 massive power banks charged up and ready to go to keep my phone juiced up and happy so I can record everything. I got a selfie stick so that I can hold the phone steady while I'm recording all this debauchery. And got the software set up as best I can for streaming if that's how if I end up having good signal out there. I don't know for sure if it's going to be good quality enough because it's a bit removed from civilization. That's not really. It's just out in it's beyond the suburbs of Orlando into more rural area. But we're not talking like country rural, but it's got a 4-lane highway next to it, so whatever. But yeah, even if I can't stream it, I will record it in glorious 4K. And I've got my little cushioned seat with bleacher hooks, so it'll actually hook on the bench so I don't fall backwards. And I'm as ready as you can be for something like this. Fucking exciting! I can't wait. It's going to be great stuff. And if I do end up just recording and not live streaming, I'll of course upload it to the tubes so people can enjoy it tomorrow or the day after or whenever. It's going to be so much fun though. It's going to be even more fun without my worst half there. She really made the last one a misery. But this should be great. I'm really looking forward to it. And I'm heading over to Wawa to grab some sandwiches and drink. I don't remember if they let you bring food yourself or bring food in or not. I don't think they do. So what people end up doing is they tailgate. So I'm gonna tailgate out the back of a Prius at a big celebration of redneck smashy. It worked fine last time I did that. People thought it was it cracked people up. I was a good sport about it, so were they. Yeah, I'm gonna try to get there around 5 o'clock, and I'll have a sandwich then. I'll mouth through the food then, and that should keep me good for the duration of the event. It starts at 7, and they claim it's only going to take 3 hours this time. But if memory serves, I think that 10 o'clock stop time is just a guess. I think they just put that there because they have to put something. I remember being there from about 7 to 9:30 at the last one before my obnoxious worse half got frustrated and impatient, wanted to go home. And they weren't even done. They weren't even halfway through the event agenda. So I get the feeling it's going to be longer than 10 o'clock. But I've brought enough battery power to keep everything charged up so I can keep on recording. I'm so excited. This is going to be so fun. And I'll have some live streaming coming up here probably in about 20, 30, well, probably, 30 minutes from the time you see this. Yet more Fire Emblem. I get the feeling we're pushing towards the halfway point of the game. 60 hours in, and it's only halfway done, which is, what an amazing value for money. Really enjoying that game. Oh, good. I can adjust the mirror now. I gotta put some tape or something in there, find some goo that I can put in that swivel. I guess, you know, the car's 10 years old, so it makes sense that stuff would start to get a little wonky. My mirror doesn't stay adjusted anymore. Go, go, go. Fucking go, go, go before they go. Ha ha ha, I win. The lack of impact should suggest I did okay on that. Oh. God, I feel good today. I'm just in a good mood. I've been in a good mood the last couple of weeks. And I had a shit Monday last week, that's for sure. But, you know, I think the new job and all the live streaming, friends helping out, including one friend in particular, and my parents not hanging out, but being around and chatting, and just everybody's done a really good job taking care of old Wolfie. And even the new job, they barely know me from Adam, and they were pulling for me too on Monday especially. I briefly explained what I was having to sift through, and they're like, "Oh, jeez, dude." But yeah, I'm feeling great today. I was feeling really good yesterday too. Tons of goofiness on the stream. I've fallen so far behind on getting videos rendered and uploaded. I gotta really get on top of that. And that was a 4-cylinder fart can. Are they even open? Oh yeah, they're open. Okay. It's not Thursday anymore. It's not Thanksgiving anymore. It's Black Friday. Of course. They're wearing masks because everyone's afraid of the Black Plague. Compliance sleeve. Ding! Alright, guys. I'll take these off because they fog up and it does nothing. My eyes, the goggles do nothing. Yeah, be right back. I am back. Mission accomplished. Alright. Take off my Shaolin Shakes guard. Glasses. Sandwiches acquired. Beverage acquired. Now let's get out of this parking lot without running anybody over. It was very suspiciously quiet in there. Remember when I pulled up, I said, hey, is this place even open? And the answer, yes, it was. I was the only customer in the store. Like I said, get out of the parking lot without getting killed. And there's a potential killer right there. The clerk, first they scolded me for jinxing it because, you know, pointing out how quiet it was. And of course now I feel guilty. And they pointed out that everybody's out Black Friday shopping. Such a silly ritual. Yummy soda. It's been a couple weeks since I've had a soda, so why the hell not? Gonna be a nice day. Beautiful weather out. There's wisps of clouds up there. And just a few, not a whole bunch. There's forecast of good weather for the night, for this evening. Everything's ready, so it's going to be a good show. Looking forward to it. This light is one of the worst on University Boulevard. Turn green, you bastard! That reminds me. Hey, so I think I've mentioned before, I think I said on my trip to the airport. Oh yeah, they approved me, by the way. Yay! TSA gave the thumbs up, and I have a known traveler number now. Oh. So, anyway, right. I mentioned on the way to the airport, I've been watching air crash investigations. 20 seasons worth of airplanes crashing to the ground and killing people on the cusp of going on a trip by airplane in a couple months. Brilliant me. But one of the episodes, the recording quality of these different episodes varies because they came from different places. Some of them were clearly American broadcast in the United States. Others were broadcast in, say, Britain or somewhere in Europe, because the announcer for the American version, of course, has an American accent, like dopey old me. The ones broadcast overseas, like in the UK, the announcer has a very stern British accent. That's the worst accent I can do, so sorry, I'm not British. Piss off. And then some of them go even further. They keep the British announcer, but all of the graphics, like the text, captions and stuff, are Cyrillic. So it's like it gets broadcast in like Russia or the Ukraine. But it's always in English. The voiceovers are always in English. But this one episode in particular, wow, that dude has some man boobs. Ugh. Anyway, one episode in particular had the British voiceover guy. And he was talking kind of slow for some reason. And he introduces one of the, surviving passengers of an accident. And he says something like, Jason Schwimmer is a bah. And he really drags out that bah. And what he finishes by saying, basketball player. But I was I don't know, I was in a goofy enough mood, and the way he said it really sounded like he was going to say, Jason Schwimmer was a bastard. It really sounded like he was going to call him a bastard. And it just cracked me up. I don't know why. It's just funny. I have like stunted emotional growth or something. I still laugh at the dumbest things. They say you should never grow up anyway. I refuse. Now my body won't listen to me, but at least in my head I'm staying young. About 6 years old now. So yeah, the TSA emailed me, which is kind of surprising. I thought they would send a letter. Emailed me and said, congratulations, you are approved and acceptable for the program. So I officially have fingerprints on file with the federal government, even though I'm not a convict. That's okay. The state government's got my fingerprints too, because I own a gun and got a concealed carry license, which is awesome. But I'm a good little citizen. I'm not on any no-fly lists, which kind of made me happy. You've always got that little nagging wonder in the back of your head, like, am I on a list I don't know about? And, because, it's kind of arbitrary, especially when the TSA first came into existence to torture Americans. They made it really obvious, and they were very upfront about it. Like, no, this is totalitarian control over air travel. Fuck you. If you don't like it, go take a bus. And they were very draconian from the very start. They still are. They've put a smiling face on it now. But they made no bones about it. They would, if they viewed somebody as suspicious, they wouldn't let them fly. So you would show up at the airport with your boarding pass. Like, the airline doesn't even get informed. So you stroll up to the little kiosk or the counter, they print your boarding pass, you've got all your shit ready to go, you've checked your luggage, and you walk up to the security screening, and they're like, nope, you're not coming in. You're on a no-fly list. Well, what list? Fuck you, that list. Well, why am I on it? Fuck you, that's why. How do I get off it? Fuck you, that's how. They really were that obnoxious about it. And there were all sorts of reasons why they might declare you in compos mentis, no travel is for us. Stuff like, at the time, if you were too vocal a critic of George W. Bush, like just politically unfriendly people. Lots of Muslims, of course. They, as much as they deny it, they went and stereotyped that whole thing. Not that it isn't rooted in some truth, but, But they made the criteria unknowable. I mean, obviously, if you had gotten in some kind of trouble that involved potential terrorism, then you're on the list. Prominent authors and people who were publicly critical of the TSA, they tended to get blacklisted too. And then after a while, they stopped even explaining how you get on the list. They just said, you're on the list, piss off. And it was a very opaque process of groveling and threatening to sue that usually was required to get people off of those lists, those no-fly lists. And it was ridiculous. You couldn't just say, search everything, give me a cavity search, rip through my luggage. I don't give a fuck, I just need to go. They wouldn't do it. They're like, no, you're on this list, piss off. You get out of this airport right now, or we're gonna arrest you. And it was absurd. They've, I guess in recent years, they've introduced this, something redress process, where if you keep getting flagged and hassled by TSA, and if you're on a no-flight list or whatever, you can actually go grovel with them in a prescribed, documented fashion, and it's really stupid. So, like, I guess what happens is your name can match somebody's, like, the name of somebody on the list, but you're not actually the same person, and they don't actually hate you. They hate someone else with your name. And so that apparently became a fairly common problem, with people getting just constantly selected for secondary screening. That's where the cavity searches come in. And so it was constantly screwing with their flights, especially for frequent travelers. And so what they started doing was letting you, they called it a redress program, and they're not even subtle about it. You could go to the TSA office and say, dude, what the fuck? I am not Baron von Terrorist. I am Baron von Terrorist. And eventually, you could, through whatever process, convince them that you really weren't Terror McTerroriston. And they would give you a known traveler number, and then they'd give you a redress number. Another 7-digit code, and you can put this on, tell the airline, hey, here's my redress number, and it would get printed on your ticket along with your known traveler number and all that other shit. And it's literally a number that tells the screening agent who has decided you're Terror McTerrington, that, hey, this person is not actually Terror McTerrington. Here's a number. They've come to us. They're kosher. Let them through. So, God, what a pain in the ass. And that's the only real way that I know of that you can get taken off those fucking lists. Unless you know a senator or a congressman, or, you go golfing with Trump. But anyway, I don't have to deal with any of that. I'm not on a list. So, yay. I've been a good citizen. I'm probably going to talk myself right onto a list one day, and it's going to probably not going to surprise me in the slightest. Well, I'm home. It is time to scarf down a sandwich and get ready for a stream. So I will see you guys in a bit, and look forward to tonight's stream if I can manage it, or lots of fun videos coming tomorrow. Take it easy, guys. Catch you later.